teach you how to do a feeble grind. This is the first grind I've taught you guys. This personally was the first one I've learned. The grind I'll do after this is probably double peg. The reason why I chose feeble first is it's a tiny bit easier, and I'll show you why. For those of you who wonder like what the feeble grind actually is and how it's possible, it's basically just when the front tire is on top of the ledge and your back peg is grinding only. I used to only think you could only grind 2 pegs at a time. Then I learned what feebles, smiths were, and then I learned lucky grinds, unlucky. I'm going to teach all of those to you guys. You're going to love it. I find all the grinds with pedal grinding in it, they're way more fun because they're way more unique, and it isn't like a smith or a feeble where if you do them for long enough, they're just super easy. With pedal things, you get a bit more challenge. All you're going to need to know for this trick is how to bunny hop. It's fairly simple, and maybe like a tiny bit of rotation, but you really don't need to know how to 180 because your bike is going to be diagonal a tiny bit, but not that much. Like it's really quite simple. First, you don't even want to start this trick on a ledge and be grinding your pegs. You want to start this on a curb and do a thing that is called a ghost feeble, and I'll put an image of that on the screen. You aren't going to want to go straight on and try and hop on just totally like a side hop. You are going to want to do that the tiniest bit, except you want to go more on an angle. So if I'm going to go into a grind, I'm going to come more at it like this. And then come in, straighten the bike out a little bit, and then you'll slide. But for ghost feebles, you can just lift your front tire up and practice doing it. And at this point, some of you guys might be asking, how do I balance with this? One thing that I used to have trouble with was I would lean my butt too much over to the ledge and have my body like out here. And then doing that is not really going to help because you're just going to end up slipping off. You want to aim to feel like you're on top of the ledge. Like, see your front wheel, how when you're riding your bike, you feel like you're on top of it. You can look down, you feel like you're on top of it, not to the side, not like that. You want to aim to do that on the ledge because that'll really help you with your balance. And another thing is, as I said, don't like lean in with your butt, lean in with your knees. So like if I need to go more over this way, I'm going to move my knees like that, and vice versa for the other side of grinding. I'm not going to teach switch variations of feebles because it's basically the same thing. Like once you know how to regular feeble, you can learn how to switch feeble pretty easily. Now, for the final thing to get out of the grind, you don't want to teach it and do it like a traditional bunny hop. You don't want to go front tire first and then back tire. You kind of want to dummy hop and like go level out and get out. Except another thing is, you can kind of treat it like a manual where your front tire is at the end of the ledge, but your back peg isn't. So then you'll be like just leaning out, you're grinding a bit, and then you just come out like that because you're sliding still. You are going to want a decent amount of speed for this. You don't want to go too slow because if you do, you're just going to go into a stall in the grind, and it doesn't really look good. You want to practice going at a speed you're slightly not comfortable with. That's one thing I found with the tricks. If you're finding you're not going fast enough, you just need to go a tiny bit more. It isn't like you have to go super fast. Eventually you're going to be able to go super fast and then just go into feebles like it's nothing. But yeah, you don't want to go in too slow and you don't want to go in too fast when you're first learning, because then you'll learn how to control those two things once you get more comfortable with the grind. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was my first ever grind I learned, and I still remember it to this day. Can't remember when it was. I think it was like 2 years ago I did it. But yeah, you guys are really gonna enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a good day.